play call that they had in their pocket. No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Prescott looks to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Prescott now on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On second down, Langford. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Here's Lynch. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Lynch. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Charles Tapper with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's a sight the Denver fans are used to seeing. Passes falling incomplete against their defense. #1 in pass defense in 2016, but they give up less than 200 yards per game.
Yeah, 186. Only team in the league to allow less than 200 per contest.
Elite cover guys and big-time pass rushers.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him to get better. And I think it's in pass receiving. Not necessarily the hands, but just throwing it to him more, getting him into open space.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Talib had his 9th return for a touchdown in 2016, the most among all active players. He's got another one here.
He has a well-deserved reputation as a ball hawk, but I think sometimes that doesn't do him justice. He studies the game. He understands receivers and what they like to do and what they don't like to do, and puts himself in the right spot more times than not.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Elliott. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cal. Prescott on first down. Dancing to his left. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first and 10, Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage. A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go now.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. They'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. That goes for a gain of 31.
He keeps making plays like that when Carlos Henderson's name will be extended to Carlos Henderson, big play guy.
Well, he maybe wasn't the household name out of college, went to Louisiana Tech, but 19 touchdowns last year. That tied the number 5 overall pick, Corey Davis, for the most in D1 football.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Let's go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
Lynch looking to throw on second. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Terrence Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now McManus for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A good pickup there at 22.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Elliott running right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for a loss of 5. Second down, Prescott. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jalen Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Prescott now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third and long for Prescott. And some room to work. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And Bailey able to knock it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take it. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to fire one deep. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So they're going to go for 2. And now Lynch. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Play action. It's Lynch. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Oh, what a... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lynch on first down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. An update now from out in Southern California. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game. And up, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Lynch now, work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And McManus able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense? Or Second down following the run. To throw is Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, Prescott again. Being chased out left. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. As we saw in his rookie year, Dak not afraid to run with it, and he did there to pick up the first. First down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant, and he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. That goes for a gain of 31. From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Green, the tight end, in motion. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Langford again. And he's got some space here. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll run here with Langford. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jeremy Langford, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Jeremy Langford, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Green, back 99, Philly, here we go.
Halfback sent in motion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Lynch to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. The Chargers have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. A second down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He's in a groove right now. 2 sacks last week. Also got AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that effort. Another sack right there.
He just innately understands how to get to the quarterback. He's going to be blocked differently each and every time. He knows how to counter, how to adjust, and how to get home, as they like to say.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Prescott from the gun. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.